Yo. It's the end of the year show. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and all that good stuff to all you guys. What's good? Talking shit, getting clicks. I'm your host, Mo, 3 times. It is December 28th, 2023. That's right. I had to look at the calendar because I've been on vacay and I've been losing days. I don't know what day it is. And that's the best with vacation you can have when you forget what day it is. Damn it. Oh, we're coming. Kato, what's good? Let me go to the show. Where am I? Here, I'm somewhere. How about that? How about the call-in line? 313-825-5557. As we get it kicked off, all right, so you guys already know it's the Me episodes, and damn it, it is the Me episodes. Let's not even get that twisted. But when you hop in the chat, when you call in, the 313-825-5557 number, it becomes the We see that? The We episodes. The We episodes. That's what it becomes. All right, cut it out. All right, let's check the chat. Ramid's in the building. Christmas was great. Reckless World of the POE Cast Media Center. Let's check him out. What's good, Recky? I tried to hit you up earlier. I got one without you tonight. I got one without you. Stood up the whole time, too. Love. What's going on, loves? I always gotta play that, I can't even do it. I can't find the... Is it?
Would you be a body rub babe for me?
Yeah, would you? You be my body babe? Kato, what's good? Traveling from North Carolina back to... Bitch, I'm from Cumberland. Definitely safe journey. And then tonight, Ramid is so awesome to remind us that the Jets play the Browns tonight, 8:15. I thought it was a 7 o'clock game. Oh, snap. What's good? Storm. Tormenta. And look, David. David's in the building. Oh, Mainline's in the building. Right? What's good, everybody? Cut it out. All right. To the show. Listen, you see these little things. I did the thumbnails today. I'm trying with the photos weren't as the best photos, but I work with what I could work. All right, this is what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to be talking about Jeffrey Epstein. We're waiting for that black book to drop. I'm going to let you know when it drops and all that good stuff about it. You know already. And then you see the ladies up there. You see 3 different versions of the color purple. I mean, on screen, on stage. On screen, on stage. And it was a book. Damn it. It started out as a book. 1982. Alice Walker. I know. I be knowing things. Why am I hitting buttons? Because it's been so long. I need this one, guys. Give it to me. I feel so much better. All right, I can relax. Now. We're all up in here talking shit, getting clicks. It's the We episodes. We are live. And you guys, if you want to kick it with your boy today, then I must remind you, you must call the number 313-825-5557.
Who the hell is interrupting my kung fu?
Call that number. We could chit chat. I mean, if you don't like my show topics, if you want to talk about something, or if you got something big on your chest, by all means, you call in and tell a friend to tell a friend. Get in with the crew. I'm sitting here right now arranging dog biscuits on the tray in front of me. Why am I doing it? Why? Why am I doing it? I could have sworn I have a new... Do I got one? Yo, love. Are you going to do this? Huh? Are you going to do For the Love of Ev? Yeah. You going to call in with The Love of Eds? The Love of Eds. The Love of Evs. Can't talk. Guess who's up in the house, guys? That's William M.H.
I want more.
Pause. Wrong button. Oh, no, we don't apply a wrong button. Sorry, guys. Pause. I'm saying pause because that's a little game we play when we say something a little out of pocket. We say pause. I know that William is not of the anti-hetero. I know I'm not anti-hetero. I'm a man. I like women. But it's something, I bring all this up because there's something that went across my screen by Charleston White. I think we should probably have something for him each, or one of his little sayings or whatever. And I'm going to play it for you. And you guys let me know how you feel about it. Let me bring it up real quick.
Everything.
Oh, man, you know, I can't. I need an administrator. I'm going to hit that. I need an administrator. I just did. I hit that button. All right. So, get back here. Bring me here. Let's go Big Mon. And let's go up to...
Everything's done jokingly, homie. It's the reason why it's done jokingly. That's to desensitize you and make it easy for you to accept it in a joking manner. Now you got young people saying everything is gay. They hide behind saying everything is gay because I ain't identifying everything as gay.
Oh, so you don't understand? You don't be on a pause or no homo.
I don't identify with that. It's no contradiction in who I am to have to try to reaffirm that with other people. No homo. I mean, you feel homo some way. Right. That's why you're saying it, because you want to affirm other people that you're not. A dog don't have to say I'm a dog.
Hey, there you go.
So for guys to keep saying, well, pause, it's something in you that makes you feel the need to have to assure people that you're not. Everything's done jokingly, homie. It's the reason why it's done jokingly.
All right, so you know it's gonna rewind. But hey, that's what he's saying. He's saying that, hey, the guys that play the pause game, you know, Cameron and Mace, let's bring that up. Let's bring it up. 32 minutes of pause jokes.
The NBA and the NBPA are moving.
All right. Fair use. Another YouTuber just like me. It's called Pause Order. It looks like they got a snippet from It Is What It Is, the show that features Cameron and Mace, ex-rappers and ball players, high school basketball players that are now talking sports.
Closer to a rule that players must play an amount of games eligible. Do you believe this is a good idea?
Pause. I gotta bring it up. It's called pause. Load management.
First of all, the Revenge of the Revenge of the Nerds Lamar pick pops up with the bling sound I think it's hilarious to me. I think it's funny. I mean, I'm not that mature and everything, but these are the guys playing the pause game. You say something
Listen,
iffy.
I would love to disagree with anything you said, but I'm 100% exactly on the same type of time you want. To go back to the original question before we get to load management, pause.
Load management, pause. Why would you... You guys already know. But this is where I disagree with Charleston White. Look, sometimes he might be right on some people, but for most of us, it's just a game. You say something dirty and you say pause about it. That's all. That's all. It's no big thing. No one's hiding their sexuality, Charleston. He said something about a dog. Dogs don't talk, damn it. Dogs don't talk. Dogs don't talk.
Put me up here! Put me up here, Typhus! Put me up here!
Oh yeah, pull me up here. But that's what it is. That's a definitely. I think that pause, them going back and forth, and they overdo it. It makes it funny. Charleston White has an opinion about it. Right, wrong, who cares? It's just good. Yeah, that's all it is. This is a game. I pause all the time. Shit, when I'm talking to Reckless World 7, anytime we're having a conversation, I'll let you in on a little trick, Reckless World 7. I am waiting. I'm waiting for him to say something just so I can say pause because it's a laugh. That's all. I think somebody who said they don't have anything to talk about has something to talk about. High school. Exactly. I say it as a grown-ass man because I ain't grown yet. I ain't grown up. I think Storm just likes to see emojis flying around the screen. But I appreciate it. What won't happen? What won't happen? You tell me what won't happen. Huh? You gonna tell me what won't gonna happen. But seriously, that's what it is. It's a game. If anybody feels offended by it, and somebody is offended by anything, you should speak to the person who offended you and let them know. Y'all have a little meet and greet. Don't run to HR. Although you shouldn't be playing Paul's games at the job site. I'm gonna just put that out there for everybody. Probably shouldn't. There you go. There you go. Meet and greet. Pause. He said meet. And he said greet. You don't want to greet the meat. Not as a dude. Pause. Easy math. That's easy math. Yeah, I was going by that and I saw that. If y'all seen any clips or flips or scripts or whatever, you see this little thing that we're in here, right? We're in this the chat. You could just copy the link of this video, the pause. It's Cameron and Mace's most hilarious pause moments. I'm gonna throw it up right here. Right there. You see? Then you guys can just click on it and go straight to it. You do that for me, I do that for you. But remember, you gotta click in the chat. Maybe you can highlight it. I don't know. Let me know if that works for you. Should I get into it? I should get into it. Let's get into it. All right, we're going to talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that's been going on in this world. There's a man out there. His name is Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein. Now, Jeffrey Epstein was like a financier, and he had been a teacher at one point, and he ended up doing very well for himself. There are many a rumor out there why he was able to do so well for himself without an actual college degree, or how he was able to teach kids without a college degree. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Jeffrey Epstein, basically, as we know him, was a pimp. Yeah, he was a pimp. Not one of those, cool, like Pimpin' Ken, Don Bishop, Magic Wand. Not any of those type of pimps with the nice gaiters and the fur coats and the silk trousers. None of that. He, was, pimping out as some Abercrombie and Fitch. No. What's that? What do they wear? J. Crew or some shit like that. Banana Republic pimping. He was doing some J. Crew pimping. Yo, there's another store. It's up in Vermont. I'm back to room chat. But like it's up. I can't remember what it's called. But you know what I'm talking about. LL Bean, like a LL Bean, dressing vest and Eddie Bauer editions. All right, so that's what he was. He basically got women and young girls for people of privilege and power, prominence. Yeah. PPP. All right, so that's what he did. If you guys don't know anything about Jeffrey Epstein, I mean, yeah, you should. I'm not going to diss anybody because people don't know. That's why I'm here to tell people things about Jeffrey Epstein. Anyway, Jeffrey Epstein, when I'm talking about pimping and quote unquote prostitution and everything like that, every time there is a issue where politicians and people of prominence get caught up in prostitution, there is always a little black book. Everyone, every time, every single scandal that involves selling sex, there's always a black book. And that black book usually has contacts and information about clients and ongoings about people who usually frequent these prostitutes. Now, what's different about Jeffrey Epstein is that he's not a normal little Madam Pimp. He's not Madam Pimp out there in those streets. Was it Heidi Fleiss? He had birds or something like that, and she ran a whole bunch of prostitutes out of California. No, this guy was running children. He was trafficking children who have unwanted relations with these people of power, prestige, prominence, influence, all of that stuff. Seriously. So that's what they were doing. That's what he was doing. And he has a black book. Now check this out. Also, Ghislaine Maxwell was just like his right-hand man, but she's a woman. Like his confidant, his lover, his business partner, helping him get these little girls so that they would have encounters with these people of influence. And then it is said that he would use this information, videotape, recording, picture, images to blackmail these people into getting secrets, money, competitive advantages in business. And that's basically, you've been robbed. Boom. You've been robbed. You've been robbed. Right. So anyway, the unsealing, let's go to him. Let's take it. Let's go there. Slideshow, please. Put a chat up in there with you guys. You guys up in there in chat. Let the chat rock. All right. So the unsealing of the documents related to Jeffrey Epstein's associates and victims has been a significant development in shedding light on the individuals who are potentially involved in this exploitation and abuse of underage girls. The ruling by Judge Loretta Preska. Here's Judge Preska. Get them pics for you guys. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, excuse me. Mandates the release of over 150 names linked to a settled suit against Ghislaine Maxwell. We'll go back to Ghislaine. Ghislaine. Ghislaine's coming up. The broad with Epstein in the picture. You know what I mean? That's Ghislaine. All right, so she was found guilty of conspiring with Epstein in sexually... That word. Abusing minors. All right, so these documents may unveil Epstein's accused co-conspirators and others that are mentioned in the lawsuit. Now, Virginia Giuffre, that's how I'm going to say her name. Here's a picture of her, and this is a picture of her young with a younger Prince Andrew and a Ghislaine Maxwell all cheesing in this pic. And yeah, so the documents revealed that Virginia Giuffre, who accused Maxwell of recruiting her for abuse, They labeled Maxwell as the mastermind behind Epstein's trafficking ring. X with an S, trafficking ring. Giuffre's that's all I'll go. Giuffre's lawsuit contained 187 anonymous references. All J. Does, John, James, J. Does, and many of these identities are slated for unsealing. Now, when is this release going to be taking place? Damn it, Virginia, when is the release going to be taking place? All right, so what's today? 28th? Let's check the calendar. 29th is Friday, 30th is Saturday, 31st, New Year's Eve is the Sunday. It will be out on Monday at business time because the release is definitely scheduled for January 1st, 2024, allowing those listed time to appeal the decision. So those appeals should be out the way by now because they were given time to appeal this already, like 2 weeks to appeal, and the time is ticking. So barring no crazy appeals or injunctions or stoppages or whatever they do in our legal system, barring that, on the 1st of January 2024, the new year, we are going to know the entire list of names that was found in Epstein's book.
Many people know him as the jump out boys in there.
It's January. That's right, creeps. Guys, I don't have eyes on the thing. I don't have eyes on the thing. But like Kato says, all right, so Kato says she heard that some of the Disney cruises would stop at his island place and have kids come off there. And that is insane. And Kato, I'm just speculating now. I got to throw that out there because you've been wrong. But I'm speculating that he got that hook to get those kids off of the Disney cruise, most likely from one of Disney execs. Most likely. And we're going to find out for sure on the 1st, this coming year. All right. So Epstein has faced allegations for assaulting numerous teenage girls, some as young as 14, across multiple locations. The accusations involved a network that facilitated access to victims for Epstein and his wealthy associates, notably high-profile figures like Britain's Prince Andrew, that we showed earlier, have been implicated as alleged co-conspirators. Now, Giuffre claims she had forced romantic encounters with Andrew when she was underage, allegations that he vehemently denies. Said something like he doesn't sweat. She said he was sweating, whatever, he was pouring sweat, and then he was like, nah, I ain't no sweater, and that was basically he's copping a plea with the I don't sweat. Anyway, Epstein's legal journey ended abruptly with his death by Uaid in 2019, leading to the dismissal of charges against him. All right, so upon his death, charges are dismissed. Upon him taking his life, charges are dismissed. I could have sworn Jack Johnson, the first black heavyweight boxing champion in the United States, was like getting arrested for the Mann Act and having to go to Europe, flee United States, a flight in Europe and everything like that, then coming back and doing everything like that. And he was not. They dismissed this case. They never dismissed Jack Johnson's case until like early 2000s, late 90s or some shit like that. Yeah, but Epstein, that case dismissed right away. That's just me off the top, rereading the information I prepared for you guys and getting thoroughly pissed all over again. Not just at Epstein, because really, we know the reason why we want those names in that book, because we already know that those names in our book are the names that are protecting Ghislaine, that protected Jeffrey Epstein even begin such an enterprise. Like, they were protecting him. So we're going to find out all those names. I hope that Judge, what's her name? Loretta Preska, I hope Judge Preska does do your thing, girl. Let them be on that bullshit.
Time out. Because y'all trying to play me.
Don't play me. Don't play me. Get them. All right? Get them, Judge. Now, Epstein's legal journey, yeah, of course, it ended with him offing himself, but the aftermath has seen ongoing legal issues, including settlements like JP Morgan Chase. They settled $290 million agreement with Epstein's victims over claims of negligence in overlooking his trafficking activities, not just regular, but for financial gain. All right? So the unsealing of these documents represents a significant step in uncovering the extent of Epstein's network and those potentially complicit in his crimes, shedding light on a deeply troubling and complex web of abuse. Water now. All right. But let's talk about Ghislaine. I call her Ghislaine. I call her Ghislaine. I call her Slane because it's whatever. It's whatever. All right, so Ghislaine Maxwell's story is quite complex and troubling because she was born to a media mogul whose name is Robert Maxwell, and her mother is Elizabeth Maxwell. I believe Robert Maxwell, something happened where was missing from a boat, murdered on a boat, something like that. Anyway, she was known for her research on the Holocaust, and Ghislaine grew up in a well-to-do environment. She was active in London's social circles, kind of like a socialite in the 1980s, kind of like. She was a socialite in the 1980s, but she later moved to New York City, where she became associated with Jeffrey. Now, her ties with Epstein became a focal point following his indictment on trafficking charges of a sexual nature in 2019. Now, Maxwell faced similar accusations related to her association with Epstein and was subsequently arrested in 2020. The court proceedings in 2021 led to her conviction on several counts, including involvement in the trafficking of minors. As a result, she received a 20-year prison sentence that started in 2022. So her case highlights the complexity of justice and the repercussions of involvement in such serious crimes. Like, despite her social prominence and ties, the legal system held her accountable for her actions. Somewhat accountable for her actions. That's neither here nor there. It's everywhere. Maxwell's lawyers have asked the judge to exclude the Little Black Book from the trial and court filings. Her legal team has argued that no one knows where or when the exhibit was acquired. All right. So the book was acquired from a Mr. Rodriguez. I do not know his first name right now. I knew it earlier. I don't know it right now. But anyway, he acquired the book. Now, Mr. Rodriguez worked with Epstein in the same building. He was like an employee. So what he did with it for as long as he had it, they don't know. They don't know how he got it. And since Mr. Rodriguez is dead now, he can't testify to it. But the government has said in response that a different individual who worked for Epstein would testify that they were aware of at least 2 sets of contact books maintained in Epstein's residence. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. You listening? Y'all listening? All right, I can't check the phones now because I'm doing this thing, but 313-825-5557. Talking shit. Click. All right. Now, the books that were maintained in Epstein's residences, both of which were printed and bound in a distinctive format. Well, the first book belonged to Epstein, and the second one was commonly referred to as Maxwell's book, referring to Ghislaine. And that's what the prosecutor is alleging. And the government says this witness would testify that there were copies of each book kept in several locations, including Epstein's Palm Beach house. Prosecutors say that if called to the stand, this witness would testify that they recall seeing a copy of the book in Maxwell's office in the Palm Beach house, and that government exhibit 5252, Ray Lewis exhibit, has the same shape, color, binding, and format of all the other ones.
Oh, wow.
I think it's movie time. I gotta show you guys a video, just so you can kind of see what the book looks like. Now, I can show you, well, let me show you this though. All right, so I got a picture of what the books usually, well, what his book will look like. And this is a copied page of the book. I'm going full screen with it. Bang. All right, you see? Now there's some, it looks like some pen markings in there, but it is a literal book. This is something that was written down and then transposed onto print with beautiful font and bound in black leather. Just like a yeah, you know, the Galveston Giant, Jack Johnson. Are we late? We're late here. That's right. Jack Johnson is still probably guilty of some of the stuff. He's been dead for over like 100 years now. Damn near 100 years we're going on. All right, still, this is what we got here. This is what's going on. And that's what his black book looks like. Now, check this out. Oh, man, I ran across an amazing story that I would like to share with you guys because I love you. I effing love all of you. Cut the show. I didn't. I can't do it. But, all right, let me bring this up. We might have to jump around in here, but hang out with me. Regard me. Let's roll that beautiful footage.
One that no one has ever seen before.
Oh, yeah. By the way, this is called How Did Jeffrey Epstein's Phone Book End Up on a Farm in Vermont? Because, yeah, I heard that they found a book on his farm in Vermont, but they didn't find a book on a farm in Vermont. But anyway, this is a couple minutes. I'm going to go through it. We'll get everything out. Also, this is from Insider News, and it was posted 2 years ago. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. That's right. Two years ago. Let me play.
Before.
Jeffrey Epstein got away with what he got away with because of who was in his address book.
What's interesting for us about this book is a new cast of characters who we didn't previously know had interactions with or did business with.
These are actual pages from the book.
First thought was to just do whatever we could to verify that it was real. We've obtained a copy of an address book that we believe belonged to Jeffrey Epstein, and your name and contact information.
All right, so what these reporters are doing is they're calling one by one people that are in a book, people that aren't listed. You know, they may not be a prince or a president or a former president or a basketball player or a rap star. They may not be any of those. They might be just a dentist that lives next to Chris Rock in the neighborhood with, what's her name? What's my babe's name? Mary J. Blige. Maybe he might be the dentist next door. We don't know, but it seems like they're just calling up regular, normal, regular, degular, not celebrities, but people who have influence that were found in that black book just to see what's going on with it. That's what they're doing. So, what does that mean? From the information I told you before, we know that there's at least 2 black books. Obviously the New York prosecution has one of those books, and the second book it looks like the second book is what we've been witnessing right now for the last couple minutes or whatever. But I think there's also more books out there. That's neither here nor there. That is definitely everywhere, but let's proceed.
Are listed in the book.
I'm a reporter for Insider. I'm just calling everybody who's in this address book who has not previously been publicly associated with Jeffrey Epstein.
All right, let's go back to the guy who
Jeffrey
got the
Epstein's
book.
address book in the 90s, and someone dropped one that sounds exactly believable. Someone dropped Jeffrey Epstein's address book in the 90s and now belongs to some guy who lives on a farm in Vermont.
I'm very careful not to put my fingerprints on the book, not to put any sort of DNA or hair or anything like that. My name is Christopher Halali. Where should I look? I currently live on my wife's farm. As a student of national security issues, imperialism, I was fascinated by the Jeffrey Epstein case. There are names that are highlighted, and I think one of the most notable highlighted names.
What? What's that name? Is that a Trump? Is that Donald Trump from the Trump Organization? Yo, if you pause this right here, I got the phone number of the damn Trilateral Commission. Guys, they got a couple numbers in there. They got a Florida, they're in New Hampshire, they're in Boston, they're in Florida, they're in New York. Let's keep playing it.
Is former President Donald Trump.
Oh, hold on now.
Former President. One of the most notable highlighted.
Steve Tuckerman Optical Company. Let's do some research. How about y'all down for some research? Let me get a yay. Let's just pull one name out. What can we do? Let's look for Stevie Tuckerman. He's in the right-hand corner. Let me point over there. Right there. Steve Tuckerman of Tuckerman Optical Co. All right. So what I would do is straight Google Steve Tuckerman. And then I'm going to I'll go further. Tuckerman, if I can spell. Optical. Spell it correctly. Co. Now let's see. Oh, all right. This Tad Tuckerman. It's a Steve Tuckerman, but that may not be him. Here's a Steve Tuckerman with a LinkedIn. Let's do that. Tuckerman Optical Company. No results found. Damn it, man. All right, let's go to Tuckerman Optical Co. All right, so we got some eyewears over here. Let me drag that on over here to show you real quick. We got. All right, so this is a small business. B. Tuckerman Eyewear. We'll find. I don't think that's the one though. Tuckerman Optical. New York Times. Optical stores. What? This is 94. All right, so I don't want to put anybody's picture up there that we don't know is a Tuckerman. But I'm going to just throw up Steve Tuckerman and we'll see what. I'm going to say he has to be an older gentleman. Yeah. We'll find him. We will find him. We will. All right. So anyway, that's just kind of we can get deeper. We can get deeper, but we're not because we don't. But that's how I would start out. Just a simple Google search. I would think that most of those people that are in his book is. You know what? I can't wait though. I can't wait for the love of Ev. I can't wait for the love of Ev for her to call in and to talk to us. Oh, by the way, we started the president's thing last week, and then Kiki took off and went on holiday with her family to North Carolina, the other fams. So she can't be here, but we'll have her back here in Square next week talking about another president. So she's going to talk about the presidents, and then I'm going to talk about all the dirty, nasty craziness they did. And then I'm going to tell her a little bit about the dirty craziness, but I'm going to do it in a nice manner that isn't profane and is highly educational to keep her aware. But I still have to go back here. Mainline says the books look like government documents. They are, yeah, they are. They do have some redactions in there. They do have some redactions. I did see that. Let's keep on going with this a little bit.
Former President Donald Trump.
My name is Denise Ondeko, ta-da, and I believe I found the book sometime in the 90s. Walking along Fifth Avenue, and I just noticed a small black book on the sidewalk.
So you're pretty sure that it was somewhere between 54?
Yes, it could have been here or there.
We have spoken extensively with Denise, and we found her story to be credible.
I saw the book, picked it up, glanced through it. Damn. It was filled with names like Kennedy, Rockefeller, Trump, etc. And it was like, whoa, this is bizarre. So I kept it.
Kennedy, Trump, Rockefeller, filled with names.
Good and terrible. Many people know them as the jump out boys in their city.
All right.
For the New York City artifact that it was.
Did you know who Jeffrey Epstein was at the time?
No. When I rediscovered.
All right, so let me. I'll fast forward through this. Basically, she picked up the book, saw a book on the ground. She's nosy. She looks like a nosy New Yorker. And then she picks up the book. She's flipping through it, and she's like, "Oh shit! Like, I got a catalog of people." So then what happens is she holds on to it for a while. She holds on to it, and then she's like, "Yeah, I need to get my brakes fixed." And she decided that she was going to. So she sold it and she put it on eBay, and that's where Christopher got it from, the guy that we saw in New Hampshire with the book. That he was, making sure that kept up as a legit piece of evidence. So that's where we are right now. That is where we are right now. I don't know if they're going to show any more pages of this
the book last year.
Yeah, she put on it. He found it. Here's some more of these pages.
A lot of evil, some would say. I felt that it was important for people to see who Epstein knew and what sort of network.
So Mainline does. He presents us with a conundrum to think about. Like, yo, that book is so squared away and tidy that you could mistake it for being a government document, if you will. And I will tell you about this from my time working in our United States government, that most of the government organizations have in-house printings. So if they want to print up like proposals or posters or anything, they all have their own like print shop that they can go to internally. I was working with the Department of Justice. They had their own print shop. You sent something out for them to do. 2 weeks later, they got back to you with your order. All right. So the question is from Reckless World, because I asked myself like that, like how they type that names in type of book. And I just told you, he took that to a print shop. They made that book, so it could be professional and classy. We're talking about a guy that was rubbing elbows with the 1% of the 1%, like the 0.000000001% of this world. He was rubbing elbows with them. You don't want to come out with some post-it note, and we're talking about, this is an enterprise that's been going on since at least the 90s that we know of, at least. So, they didn't have phones. They didn't have Palm Pilots or anything like that. He had to have a nice little contact book, something that we all had back in the days before the advent of cell phones, mobile technology, the mobile phones. We had to write that down, or you had to remember it. I mean, I remember as a kid, I was below the age of 15, and I had me a little contact book. Not a black one like Epstein's, but like I said, they have the print shots. Yes, he had a beeper. SkyTel. But yeah, so he just sent it off to a print shop. It's something you guys can do. Anybody can really, if you want to do something nice, you got like a notebook, you can have them send it off and bound it and do everything like that. And because of that, because this lady said that he found that, first of all, Yeah, Christopher Halali received it from Denise Andeo, who found the book on the sidewalk on Fifth Avenue in the 90s. Like, this is the 90s. So we are thinking that perhaps there may be one more than two black books. We know that the prosecution has one. We know that Denise has one. But we also know that the prosecution says that there were other books throughout the Epstein residences.
You've been wrong. Put me up for charges! Put me up for!
The X-Files. Not typed up. Yes, they do. Yes, you do. You can get it typed up. I mean, it's probably easier to do it now. You probably send everything. Well, now you can definitely send everything in and just, have it done for you, whatever, however. But back in the day, he had to tell his assistant to go get that done. Probably made her walk to get that book bound, kind of like Puffy made them kids walk, get that cheesecake. Yeah, speaking of Puff, did y'all hear about the new? Hold on, I don't even know if I still got it. I don't have it. I might still have it. There it is. I still have it. Yo, man, Diddy's team is putting in some legal maneuvers to give them time because there was another victim that he's more than likely, he's going to be settling cases. He's going to be settling cases for a while. We'll talk more about that next week because I'm sure there are going to be so many more updates and we'll have a little bit more clarity on what's going on with the Diddy Puff Daddy Love, Sean Combs situation. Oh, all right. So maybe you add to the empty pages by, just writing them down. Then you give that book to your assistant and say, hey, update that book. Or every 3 months, update my book. The thing is that I just showed you that book that Christopher Halali got from Denise. But then I also showed you the evidence of one of the pages that they have for the Epstein. Right here again. All right, let me show you again. All right, let's clear that up. I know it's a little because but here's the book. Now, can they use it as evidence? Let's slip into our little lawyer modes right now. Can they use that book as evidence? I think yes. I also think that Ghislaine Maxwell has a very good legal team. They are going to do everything in their power for that not to happen. So it is possible for that book really not to come out between the next couple of days. But since it's been announced in the news, I think we should expect it. I think we really should expect it. And hopefully we can get a version that's not redacted. I would like that. I would really like that. I would really like that. All right. What am I doing? 313-825-5557. I don't know. I might take it. Oh, or not. All right. Lines are clear. I just love it that I'm giving so much good information that no one has any kind of questions or any type of comment or anything. Don't make me, I don't want to, guilt you guys into calling me. It's not like I'm lonely or anything. But if y'all guys want to call in, by all means.
Jesus Christ is my nigga.
I gotta hit that. I gotta hit that one.
Back on that bullshit again.
That's
Back
why.
on that bullshit. Back on that bullshit. Back on.
Yeah, he's come on. We're talking about a billionaire. Billionaire Billy. We can go into how he got his money. I can do a whole Jeffrey Epstein joint because
Break down.
It is so nuts. I watch the documentaries on Netflix. I watch anything on YouTube. I watch friends talk about him and weirdness and all that stuff like that. It's been a crazy case. It's been a crazy case. How's everybody doing today? I need to take a. It's Thursday, 7:30 p.m. That's when we started. We in. Call in, spark background. There we go. Hit the yays.
Breakdown.
Nights like this, I wish that raindrops would fall. And it's been raining. And flooding alerts. My backyard, walking through it is like walking on a sea sponge. Remember that button I had? What you cheering for? I need to bring that button back. That button needs to come back. Anybody do this. Anybody out there in the world do this for me? Oh, come back. That's my other cam. Hey guys, you're up there. All right, do this for me. It's the end of the year. We've been doing this show for about a year, just over a year now. All right. So definitely 2024 phase 2. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that right now. I'm bringing this up because I've been looking at a whole bunch of websites, and usually the awesome thing about this time of year is that all of the crazy ass news, everything, anything that like moved the needle just a tad, they're all compiled, and you can go through them, and you can just search by headlines, and you can just be like, and I just went through it. I've been doing this show. I was going like, oh, I did that on the show, or we talked about this on the show, and like the month of, I went on CNN has one, and they do it by month, so they break down all the most trending topic stories for each month throughout 2023 and separate it by month. So I was like, yo, let me do like a nice little I'll summarize like the entire year for you guys. Do like one of those, what's my man, Skills? He does like the yearly wrap up where he raps about all the craziness that happened. And I was thinking about just doing like a little thing that happened. I was like, no. First of all, it's a lot of stuff that went. I mean, going through January alone, I gave up after like an hour and a half. I couldn't figure out all this stuff. There was stuff that I had reported, and then there was stuff, and I was like, yo, I can't, or we will literally be going through thousands of subjects because they were all interesting. But do yourself a favor. I say all that to say this. Do yourself a favor. When you go on Google, just type, just hottest news events or trending news topics from 2023. And, between now and the new year, do a little review. What's going on?
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go on.
That's me. I did that to myself. All right. Let's see. What we got. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Andot. I have no sound effect for that. Not gonna hit any sound effects. So I was talking to Miss Winnie today. She called me to give me my annual Get Right speech, and she was trying to get all the women in the family, and the men too, to go see The Color Purple. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about The Color Purple. Bitch, I'm from Cumberland. We're definitely gonna talk about The Color Purple. But first, I would like to talk about this man right here. This is 26-year-old Kendall Morris, and I want to tell you why he's up on my Winter Jam screen. Not Summer, Winter Jam. Anyway, Kendall Morris was sentenced to 27 years behind bars. Why? 27 years behind bars.
Ain't nothing.
There it is. Yes, it is something, Flash. It is something. 27 years behind bars for someone who's like 26 years old is more. Just gave him a life sentence. Anyway, in 2020, I wanted to put a number after it, but I can't because it was actually in 2020. This man, Kendall Morris, killed Robert Cooley. Robert Cooley with the braids. If you allow your people to do bad things and don't remove them, your world will not exist. I'm throwing that up there. By the way, hey dude back. Hey dude back to you. Thanks for watching. Click like, share, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Also, buddy, you don't even have to stay in those the chats. You don't have to stay in those comments. We got a call-in show. 313-825-5557. I like to get, you can call in and talk. You can call in and talk. You know, if you don't like your voice, by all means, stay in the chat. But welcome, wife 4 times 3. I probably just butchered the hell out of your name. No disrespect, but welcome to the show. All right, so back. All right, so 27 years behind bars for a 26-year-old because in 2020 he killed Robert Cooley III. This gentleman here with the dreads, with the hat, and the chain. All right, now let me tell you why. Because people get murked and smacked out every single day. So much so that no way in hell can I do a show on all of these victims. I don't know how many people are killed by gun violence alone or any type of weapon type violence in the United States of America. But believe me, if I'm bringing this one up, it's because it's something that's truly horrific or nuts. Murder in itself is nuts alone. I think we can all agree with that. But this is nuts because Morris is said to have driven from Houston to Arlington, Texas, Arlington, Texas, which is approximately 255 miles. And why did he do it? He did it to target this man, Robert Cooley III. This man's name is Bob Cooley III, and he was targeted as Kendall Morris's ex's new boyfriend. Yeah, so officials said when Morris arrived in Arlington, he believed he spotted the boyfriend in the parking lot of an apartment complex. He opened fire, resulting in him striking the wrong man. Now, also according to a report, Morris had never met the new boyfriend in person and only had a basic physical description of the man, that he was black and he had dreadlocks. And Robert Cooley is sitting in our faces right now, smiling with his chain, and he's black and he has dreadlocks. Now, before making the drive to Arlington apartment complex, intent on killing him, Morris and the boyfriend had gotten into several adversarial conversations on the phone before Cooley's tragic death. That's what the police said. Now, a witness who police said lived with the boyfriend told police that in the early morning hours of May 4th, that's Cinco de Mayo. Oh, it's 5. Cuatro de Mayo. A 2008 white Nissan Altima was parked in a lot of apartment complex where the shooting later took place. Now, the Star Telegram, which is a local paper there, reported that the witnesses said they saw Cooley, with the dreads right here, walking through the parking lot before hearing several gunshots. Now, when the witness looked again, she said Cooley was reportedly lying on the ground and the white Nissan Altima had fled the scene. Now, several witnesses also reportedly told police that they saw Morris driving the white Altima that was also placed at the scene of the shooting. And then a short while after the fatal shooting, Morris was apprehended by a trooper with the Texas State Police. Authorities said they recovered an AR-15 from inside Morris's vehicle, and there was a man who had accompanied Morris to purchase the ammunition from Houston. and also drove with Morris to Arlington. And he was initially charged with murder, but the district attorney's office later dropped that charge because probably flip-flopping on his boy. Went, bought the guns, took the ride. Yeah, I'll ride with you. Rode with him. I'm going to say he knew the entire time what that man was fitting to do. All right. So the victim's family described him as a well-rounded individual. Robert Cooley III. They said he loved sports, music, and art. That he was an exceptional athlete. He won many championships with King's Grant and other parks. And he also had a gift for cooking, which he learned from his loving mother. And he was also a talented virtual artist as well. So it continued that Robert had a heart of gold and he touched the hearts of people who he came in contact with. He will sorely be missed by everyone who loved and adored him. But guess what the kicker is? Robert Cooley isn't the ex-boyfriend. He isn't. He's just a black dude with dreads that got shot by a dude who drove 250 miles to shoot a black guy with dreads. And exactly, no one stopped him. The guy went, bought the ammo with him, drove with him 255 miles, and then they shot the wrong guy. He drove 255 miles because he got chippy with the girls. And she is most likely with the guy that she left him for, and he's going to jail forever. Forever. What do you guys think? Well deserved? Well deserved. And sad for this young man who was minding his business. Very sad, love. You're right about that. It's extremely sad that, just wrong place or wrong time, right skin color or right hairdo, and this is what we got. Assumptions kill, man. Literally, assumptions kill. He assumed this man, like, don't worry, why? 1.5 hours. This is crazy. This is crazy. Is that, I don't know, that to me, that's simping. That's simping. Even though I think that the definition has been tarnished. The first time I heard the word simp used was by Judge Greg Mathis. He's a Detroit judge. You know Judge Mathis. I smell some crack on you. That button. Anyway, Judge Matt, and I remember watching this show. There was a dude, and he was just basically living off of women. He ain't had no job. He ain't want to do nothing. He just basically had a whole bunch of girls that just, took care of him. And the guy was saying, like, that ain't pimping. That's simping. Simple pimping or stupid pimping, simping. But it's not the definition of how we use it now. Anyway, talking shit, getting clicks. Reckless World bought me this. Oh, wow. That's true. You know his dad? Are we talking about Robert? Prayers to the family. I don't have a good button for that. I do not have a good button for that. But yeah, it's a sad case. And I was flipping through and I saw it, and I just want to share it with you guys just to reaffirm that this world is knuckin' futs. Amazing. Let's see if we. I've not been having good luck with finding stuff. Well, let's check it out. Find something. Robert. Wow, he did. Is this 2022 this happened? Oh, no, that's not this one. I'm going to have to find it. But yeah, I'm going to look at that in my... Yeah, I'm going to look at that in my spare time. If you got a link for it, the YouTube, send that to me. So, we can't just report it. Like, what are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about this? How about if you're the friend of the guy that went and got the ammunition and the clips for the AR and rode with that man for 255 miles, if you were not trying to talk him out of that for those entire 255 miles, then damn, bro. Like, you're supposed to keep your friends from doing stupid shit. That's part of friend. We need each other, and not just to play Call of Duty on the same team. Ramin, Will, Reckless World, after this, little Warzone. Just asking. But damn, yo, yeah. All that 255 miles, that is like a lot of driving. 60 miles an hour, is a minute, that's 255 minutes. If you're averaging 60, 120 is 2 hours, it's 4 hours. Damn near 5 hours of driving to kill the wrong guy over some beef on the phone. You never seen him. With all this technology we have, like, you could have FaceTimed them to make sure, like, and told them, like, pointed it at it, like, I'm coming for you. I don't know, but, like, the fact that the wrong guy got hit minding his business, all because people can't control themselves. Emotional. Like, I could get it. Like, if he lived in an apartment across the street, well, then they would know each other and he would have shot the right guy, and that's, like, half the thing. But still, like, damn, 5 minutes, but you're mad the entire drive? That's through Texas. I haven't driven through Texas, but I drive through South Jersey, damn it. People call New Jersey the armpit of the United States of America. I just call it home, AKA the Garden State. And let me tell you what, I love driving through Jersey. I don't care. The Turnpike has beautiful parts to it as well. You know, so through Texas, you don't find any type of scenery, or you don't catch I'm pretty sure you didn't catch any type of song to make them chill the hell out. But damn, with your buddy, you know they had the L's rolled up taking that trip. Maybe something else. I don't know. That makes no sense, but you had all those hours to try to talk it out, and nothing is actually going to happen. And I think that's what's terrible, too. The guy that drove with him, you know, he could have stopped that. And my brother's keeper, I didn't mean to hit that button. I did not.
None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lied.
They lied. Yo, did y'all know what I did in fantasy football? Y'all know I won. You know I brought it back home again. You know I won one. I won another one. I think Will is in last place. Yeah, I think he's in last place right now.
Cut the show. I'm done.
But yeah, and then the Eagles won. We beat the Giants, but it was like a loss. It felt like we took a loss too. You know how that be. Let me just click on things. All right. I didn't even look at the call-in line through all this jibber jabber. But we got it open. If you want to call in, 313-825-5557. All you guys out there watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and everything, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for hanging out with me. I promise I do. All right, so let's talk about it. The color purple. The color purple. The color purple. All right. Am I going to get into it? Listen, The Color Purple is a book that was written by Alice Walker and is indeed a significant work that has garnered both critical acclaim and controversy. Now, the novel's narrative represented and presented through letters and written in like a different type of form. I'm going to have to spell it out for you and give you a definition. My brain. All right. So, I did not know this. I'm pretty sure some of you did, because I got like the smartest guys in my comment section. But it is epistolary. Epistolary, it's a literary work in the form of letters. So the book Color Purple is in epistolary form. All right. Anyway, it received widespread recognition, earning a Pulitzer Prize for fiction and the National Book Award for fiction in 1983. It's a long time ago. I think the Sixers won a championship in 1983. That actually is probably the last championship they won. Maurice Cheeks was on that squad.
Cut the show.
Don't ask me. Don't ask me how I know. I wasn't old enough to know that, but I know it. Don't worry. Anyway, despite its literary acclaim, the book has faced censorship challenges due to its explicit content, particularly in the portrayal of violence. Now, this led to its inclusion in the American Library Association's list of 100 most frequently challenged books of 2000 through 2010, that decade. And the novel's exploration of sensitive themes and graphic scenes prompted concerns and objections from various groups. However, amidst the controversies, The Color Purple has also found significant appreciation and readership. Its enduring impact on literature is evident from its inclusion in the Big Read poll of the UK's best-loved novels in 2003, and showcasing its popularity and its cultural significance. Also, the novel's compelling storytelling has led to various adaptations, including two feature films. Two feature films, one that took place in 1985. We all know in the Black African-American community that shit's a classic. Quotables. Like honestly, I'm a Django Unchained type of guy. Like, that became like one of my favorite movies. That's like a long ass movie, just like The Color Purple. And I got quotables from that. But I know I got quotables from The Color Purple, and I've probably seen it maybe 4 times in my I don't know how old I am exactly 2 years of life. Yeah, I watched about 4 times. And yeah. Oh, I knew this is, and this is why I bring it up. And this is why I bring it up. Because it's the controversy. Controversy, I don't mind. I don't mind talking about this. You like Inglourious Basterds? I love Inglourious Basterds too. You know I love him. Tarantino's my guy. All right. So, excuse me. The 1985, and then they recently released another Color Purple on Christmas Day 2023. Winopia Hache, aka Wendy, aka Mama, aka Shops with a Fist, asked everybody in the group chat if they wanted to go see it. I immediately was like, no. It's like one of those ignore. I did not send a heart. I did not put a heart on that message at all, because I wasn't going to. First of all, Color Purple, I don't know. I got some feelings on it, but I know you guys got some too. So we'll talk about it. These adaptations have brought Walker's powerful narrative to different mediums, further solidifying its place in literary and cultural landscape. That's right. The Color Purple 1985 movie, a 2023 movie. In 2005, they actually made it a play. And Fantasia, who stars in the movie, in the 2023 movie, also starred in the 2005 musical. So I think they're going to do an adaptation where it's not going to be like a reboot of the movie, but it's going to be like a reboot of the movie as well as the play, and then brought into to, live action. This is what we need to do. You guys are going to go out and watch it. Let me know next week, and we can talk about it, definitely. But there's still conversation to be had about the controversy surrounding it. So the adaptation of The Color Purple into film was directed by Steven Spielberg and written by Menno Meyjes. And it faced significant criticism and controversy. Now, one of the aspects that drew criticism was the choice of having a predominantly white male creative team adapt a story deeply rooted in the experience of Black women and addressing themes of racism, sexism, and abuse within the African American community. The African American community was like, no, we don't want you doing that, Steven Spielberg. Let us direct our own films showcasing that type of thing. Anyway, like I said, that film came back out in what, 1985? You know the best film of 1985? Sidebar, side mission? I'm going to go say Back to the Future.
Put me on red diamonds! Put me on red!
That's right, Back to the Future. Anyway, the portrayal of Black men in the film also generated controversy and backlash. Some viewers and advocacy groups felt that the depiction of Black men in The Color Purple reinforced negative stereotypes and perpetuated racist narratives. There was a perception that the Black film emphasized a skewed and negative portrayal of Black masculinity, which drew criticism and led to discussions about the responsibility of filmmakers in representing marginalized communities with authenticity, as well as sensitivity. Now, the combination of a predominantly white creative team and the depiction of Black men in the film sparked discussions about the importance of diverse representation both in and in front, behind and in front of the camera. Now, it also highlighted the need for more inclusive storytelling and involvement of individuals from diverse backgrounds in the creation and adaptation of narratives that address sensitive cultural and racial themes. The budget for this movie, for the 2023 The Color Purple film, was between $90 and $100 million. It opened on Christmas Day. It's really doing pretty good in the box office. It's at $29 million right now. So they got a little bit more work to get all that money back and to actually make a profit off of it. But I will also say this, that it's outperforming Wonka, another Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie, which they shouldn't even made with Johnny Depp in the first place because I'm old school and I like the Gene Wilder version.
You've been wrong.
Or effing Aquaman 2 with Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa said some shit about him weighing 300 pounds now.
Put me on red diamonds! Put me on red!
Khal Drogo, the Horse King, is damn heavier than the horses he used to ride in motherfucking Games of Thrones. Excuse the motherfucker.
Good and terrible.
But still, that's what it is.
None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up.
Yeah. But that's what we got going. So, once again, feel a certain way about The Color Purple, 313-825-5557. We can do this. We can definitely do it. But going back. Now let me read this. Kind of looked, I saw Vaseline. I was like, I know it's going to be good. I know where my man's going with this. But Alice Walker has once again strapped on The Color Purple to no Vaseline Black men again. Yeah. Look, mainline, mama was like, yo, who's coming to see Color Purple with me? I was like, nope. Y'all check the group chat. I did not respond. Oh, wow. He's got jokes too. Alice Walker appeared to be confused in her own mind. Tracy Chapman had to help her get her fast car back. Here we go. So that's crazy. Krish. I like when Chris Tucker tells Michael Jackson stories and does his voice. Hilarious. That's just a side note. But yeah, that's what we got. Another generation of Color Purple. Now, what I saw when I was scrolling in my bed early this morning, wondering if I was going to take my dog for a walk or just lay in the bed scrolling. It was raining, so I ended up just laying in bed scrolling. But I did scroll by some other movies. Now, another one of the movies I like that is it's a woman-based film is The Joy Luck Club. And I don't want to do a pushback on this, David, because I agree with you. I totally agree with you. That's the reason why I'm not going to go see Color Purple. I enjoyed the 1985 movie. To me, at the age I watched it, knowing that my mother, you know, my aunties, they love that movie, and you know, a lot of women in my family love that movie. And my mom's a movie watcher. I used to watch everything with her. Like, I grew up liking and loving that movie. I mean, you know, what's my man's? Danny Glover. The Pops was the guy from the Soldier Story, the little tough light-skinned dude. And like I thought it was a good movie. I liked it. But you also have to remind you that I liked it from watching it as a kid's point of view. Like, that's the first point of view I had. It was just like, oh, it's a good movie. I love Whoopi Goldberg, blah, blah, blah. They're doing her dirty. I'm not thinking about, you know, the complexities of the male-female relationship, post-slavery, pre-civil rights. You know, I'm not thinking about it in that context that we now can think about it. I do not like the idea of them redoing that movie, an update. I don't like it. It's kind of lazy to me. It's cheap. And I think that isn't the way that quote unquote Black Hollywood should go. I think they should stick to doing original movies. I believe that there is something that maybe Alice Walker didn't write, but there's another author that wrote something that could definitely speak to women of today. Like, why are we going back to The Color Purple? This is a conversation that I think needs to be had. And Reckless World, tell me if I'm wrong. Like, we need to have that straight battle of the sexes Zoom type of deal where I will always remain diplomatic. But we need some diehard Color Purple haters versus some diehard Color Purple lovers, and watch that shit fly. Because that movie, there's a lot of movies in the culture that but this is a legit top 10 African-American culture movie that it is. That 1985 version. I don't know what the 2023 version going to be, but I know that 1985 is still solid gold. And that is I still want to have that conversation. And Mainline, I would love for you to be in on that. It's a one real watch, like Roots, even though, you know, and this is why I am definitely not going to let this one slide by. Like, this is something that I want to do. It might be a Friday, a 40 Friday discussion where you got to get the ladies in, but I would definitely like, you know, to have both sides represented, do a Zoom, little moderation goes in, and we just get it all out the way. That's what I would like to do. The Color Purple talk. That's what we can. Purple table. I don't know. We'll figure that out.
If y'all just listen, what the fuck up?
I had to throw that out there. Like, even Root. And that's the thing. I think that, yeah, they like, we don't have to revisit. We don't have to revisit. You're killing a classic. Is it classic? It's a hard-earned classic, and you're just redoing it, and you're doing it with more musical. So now I definitely don't want to watch it. Purple. Now, Ramid does bring up something that I also did want to talk about, that I wanted to talk about this evening.
Where the power was behind
we're
him.
still talking about that book. Anyway, like Ramid said, Taraji P. Henson shares she may quit acting over getting paid a fraction of the cost of what she is. I saw the video of it looked like they were on top of like the Empire State Building in New York or something, like a high building, and Oprah, Fantasia, Mama's from Black is Orange and Orange is the New Black, and Oprah was there and Taraji P was there, and they were taking pictures. They were doing like promos and everything. And this lady was doing like the body language, like, oh, Taraji really doesn't want to be there. Taraji had tears in her eyes. Fantasia looked concerned for Taraji. Oprah came to kind of like sashay and say hi to everybody, and it looked mad uncomfortable when she got to Taraji's area. They were going to take a picture next to each other, but Oprah found a way to get as far from Taraji P. Henson as possible, and then they went and did that. Yo, a remake that I want to see, like a classic that I would like to see updated. Not really any of them, but if they could find a way to make a new Warriors. Am I even allowed to do that? Warriors isn't my time movie. Like, that's something like Pops was like, you gotta watch. Like, he made me watch it and I love it. But I'm thinking like the Warriors. Ramit says New Jack City. Great question, Storm. What movie should we be rebooting? Yeah. Like, if you're going to do Color Purple, I would like to see an updated version of the Soldier story. Oh. No. You know, that's like one of my favorites. Big Trouble in Little China. Burton. All in the reflexes. A Big Trouble in Little China. Does John Carpenter still direct? Or are we making Big Trouble in Little China like not as campy and comedic? We're making it a little bit more, you know, more about the wizardry. Jack Button. Harlem Nights? I don't know, Storm. You might have to exit. Nah, maybe I don't know about Harlem Nights, man, because you got some guys in there. You got some hitters in there. I mean, Soldier Story would be the same because you got some hitters in there. It's really, what can you... La Bamba. Are you serious? Nah, you can't redo La Bamba. You gonna redo La Bamba with? You can't redo Eastside Morales? Y'all funny.
They lie.
They lied. No, it's not true. It's not true. But this is what we got, guys. We got the Color Purple, purple in the colors. We got all that. Let me see if I got a... Oh, yo, you know what? While I got you here. Now, guys, we're just having fun.
That the things that you said were untrue.
Yo, honestly, they could redo a Weird Science. I'm not about redoing they could do another Boys in the Hood, but really I don't know. I think that genre has been just undone. Revenge of the Nerds, a new Revenge of the Nerds. Do you keep it in a series? Do you include like the older cast? Because they did like a Revenge of the Nerds. I think there's like 4 of them. There's like at least like I know they made a 3rd one when their kids go to college. Let me share this with you. This is something that I wanted to go in last week just because it's hilarious to me. Funny. Maybe if I get the right screen, we could get this done. And instead of finding the right screen, I'm just going to look for this button.
The administrator!
That was back in the day when El Vlago used to be, you know, for the accident. All right, so check this out. This is Bilal, who is the bodyguard of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. And let's hear what Bilal has to say.
true. Let's get into a little bit more of it. Jada runs Will. Period. Me and her at war. I'm gonna put Will to the side. Will is to the side. Me and Jada, I will say this because I know you're watching. I know Karen Tense is watching.
Who's Karen Tense?
That is her PR person for years.
Okay.
Right? I know they're watching. Jada, you're a bald head liar and you're a drug addict, right?
Oh, God.
You told the world that you were going to sue me.
She said, oh, God.
As of yet, and you said you're going to do it swiftly. It's been over 2 weeks. So, Jada, I'm giving you 2 more weeks to sue me. If you don't sue me, this is what's going to happen. All the sex parties, right? And the men that you hit with dildos, I'm naming names, right? All the salacious stuff that you have done and hurt other people, I'm naming names. You assassinate my character. You say I extort you. The things that you say.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So that clip I saw last week, and actually, love. We could talk about that if you wanted to call in and do your For the Love of Love if you're not too busy. But if not, check this out. I was talking about this last week, and we were going back and forth on this because you remember, this was, he says 2 weeks ago at the time this was posted, but in that 2 weeks, it was really when Jada had gone on her book promotion tour, and she was at the Breakfast Club with the little the THC joint and the fur joint, and she came out and she was getting in her car talking to reporters, basically saying, yo, I'm going to sue, because Bilal had came out saying that he saw Will Smith in a compromising position with his friend Dwayne Martin, just getting
Who the hell is interrupting my kung fu?
Basically, right? So that's what happened, and that's when Jada went on an interview, came out in front of all the cameras saying that she was going to sue. These people they have the resources to hell. When she got in the back of the Sprinter or wherever she got into the car, she could have just doop, and had that paperwork drawn up, and that should have been done before she made it to the tunnel.
This isn't okay, man. This is not okay.
Right? Right? If she was really going to, when she hopped out in the front of the, what is it? Power 105, Hot 97, Power 105. Yeah, Power 105. The Charlemagne joint, that New York radio room. She's out front of those offices talking to reporters, talking about how she was going to sue and everything. Yeah. So anyway, when he called her a bald-headed liar, that made me die. I thought that was hilarious. And then when he says that she's drugged up and blah, 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 and then Tasha K looks in the camera and goes, oh, like Tasha K's like, oh, no, I'm going to get sued again because, Cardi got her for that 4.4 mil. But listen, Ev Love, if you're out there listening, we had this conversation last week, and now we're at 3 weeks. We're going into 4 weeks. We're going into the new year. We're going into the new year, and there ain't no lawsuits. So I would like to see.
If you're not Caucasian, then leave.
Like, I want to see some lawsuit. I want to see that. I want to see those lawsuits coming in. I would like to do a show sometime in 2024 talking about how Jada Pinkett Smith is suing her ex-bodyguard Bilal for going on Tasha K and talking shit. Plus, she's suing Tasha K too. And then Will comes out. He makes an appearance or somehow. Like, I just want to see something like that. You see me get my green screen working? Gotta interact with these messages. Push it out the way. Listen, that man is not lying. He said Will was getting... Oh, my goodness. Reckless world. Reckless world. All right, that's enough of that.
Breakdown.
Play the clip. All right, got you. First of all, and there you go. telling me what to do again. Telling me how to live my life. But I got you. Bilal talks Will Smith, Dwayne Martin. Dwayne Martin was the lead in the movie Above the Rim. He was the guy walking around. He was Kyle Watkins, walking around with Pac and all of them. And Dwayne Martin. He was on sitcoms back in the early 90s. Hollywood Husbands with Kevin Hart. He did that show. That was hilarious. He was great in that show. But also, this is what we're finding out now. We're finding out that all of Black Hollywood is fucked up. We've just found out Halle Berry was just... Did I tell y'all about Halle Berry? Look at me, divulging stuff. That is such a New Jersey thing to say. In the Duke shoot, that's right. He's getting hammered. He was getting hammered. Oh my, not the Duke. Is this what we're going to do now? It's all about the Duke shoot today, huh? I don't have a button for the Duke shoot. Are we supposed to say pause? Surprise, surprise! Aren't we? Yeah. So, I just want to see the clip, though. I don't want to calypso. Yeah. Yeah. That's what happened. Yep. Basically. Oh, yo, last week, you know, guys, I do the Dusty. I was going to change it around and just give roses and flowers to the people that's doing their thing. And, yo, the person that I have doing their thing, look at this. Epstein. We were talking Pauls today. Like, that is the show that I love to watch is...
I love Halle Berry, right? So one day I'm
I'm going to show you. Yeah, All the Smoke. He was on All the Smoke. Excuse me. We're going to go into this. If you're interested in this, we're going to do it. All right, here it is. Here's Cam. Here's Killer.
I love Halle Berry, right? So one day I was just getting a record deal. We just got finished playing basketball. Like, at the 8. I got no hair. She's like, no. Relax. I'm like, hear me out. Fucking talk. Ass. I'm following them. I had a cassette tape. My promo was cassette tape. Passenger. Laid back. Played the shit. Motion. It wasn't my album. It was my
back.
Yeah, so I gave her that. Like, years later, I'm platinum. American. Fuck with you. Yo, years. Surprised me in the passenger alley when you slid the joint there. I said, that was you, my nigga? Grab a couple out, grab the seat out the bitch here. What the fuck this is? I said, yo, nobody else knows this story. That was fucking...
Yo, that's the story. You couldn't hear that story? I know you heard that story. All right. So, as I was saying, I wanted to give Cam and Mace their props because their show that they do is a come up. It's fun, it's entertaining. They know what they're talking about with sports, and they have fulfilled a dream that I have always had, where you could just talk about, sports, just wholeheartedly, like you do when you're at the house with your peoples, and that's the opportunity that they've been able to have on that podcast. It's mad entertaining. I love all the old throwback stories, but with those stories, when you start hearing them and you start seeing all that stuff going to Hollywood, we just realize that Lorenz Tate himself was running around with Halle Berry, low key. When you hear that this person was messing with Sally Richardson out of the bad boy camp, and all these little bad actresses messing with the rappers and everything like that, and you just see how the lifestyle was. Man, there's going to be so many crazy stories coming out. If we're talking about like Puff Daddy getting with these young girls, you got to imagine that Jay-Z is going to be next. He definitely has to be next. And the reason why I say this is because this is something that's true. Like, growing up, I knew in 8th grade that it was wrong for R. Kelly to be dating Aaliyah. Like, I was like, damn, she's my age, and this grown-ass dude is dating her. You know what I mean? But it was whatever. We knew about it, and it was just what it was. Like I said before, last week, Belly, one of the best films of the culture by Hype Williams, like late 90s, like 98 it came out. Like, he made this movie, and in this movie, there is a part where there is a teenage girl willfully riding around with DMX, and she is all of 15 years old, played by, I think, was Vita? Was that Vita from Murder, Inc.? Anyway, she plays the lady. It's not like at the end of the movie, there is some type of moral tale or something that finishes where he gets in trouble for that, or something happens bad from them living that lifestyle. It's just something that they show in a movie. They're showing it to show you, not showing you and like it's part of the plot or anything like that. No, they're just showing you. All of those happen. Bro, if you were at the American Music Awards with Cam, you're going to come up on one of them just Lane's Maxwell's. You're going to be in somebody's black book. There's going to be so many people on there. We know that Jay-Z was messing with Foxy when she was like little. For me, I was like a young kid. So when you see anybody with a microphone and doing a music video, you thinking they're grown-ass adults. But honestly, no, they were babies. No, we're not yaying that. We're letting the children sing. Babies. So I think in the next decade, there's going to be a complete overhaul. There's going to be some justice. There's going to be some secrets unturned, dug up. And we are going to know who is really, we want to know who is who. We're going to know who is who most likely by the end of 2024. Little Kim as well. She was a youngster. Foxy Brown, youngster. You know, I mean, it's something that Nas told everybody in Ether. We knew even before Ether what was going on there. But I'm just saying that the current course, the way things are going right now, there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be held responsible for bad behavior that took place in the 90s, early 2000s. They are going to be held, even though it was whatever it was, and that was the law of the land or whatever. They are going to be. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. But yeah, that's Bilal. He wasn't back.
And I'm dropping evidence. Period. You said I extorted you. You said there's a money shakedown. You said a lot of things about me. And you know that the things that you said were untrue. Let's get into a little bit more of it.
Any law people out there, does anybody know if he can countersue? Because they're kind of like, he's putting his truth out there. That is, what is it called? Usually on the third snap, I remember it. J-Prob rich enough to get his name redacted from You know, it was like they were in that like the Turkish bath, that sauna with the white terry cloths, probably smoking a cigar, drinking some Ace. You know, Oprah's in there. They're sitting there with the flip flops and shit. You got her toes bedazzled. They're sweating and smoking cigars with the guys, and they're just talking about everything they did. It's disgusting. Exactly. We don't have to wait. But we're gonna wait and see like who comes out in those who's getting those handcuffs, who's getting that head pushed down the back of the car, who's settling, who's paying millions and millions and millions for, you know, one crazy night in 1996 because somebody's Echo shirt got ripped. Someone's Chloe glasses got knocked off their head in the late 90s. Oh, Ev Love Love says no credibility. Ev Love Love says no credibility because he was speaking on Tasha K. Tasha K has already been sued for saying false stuff. But, so, Love, Tasha K got sued because she was coming out of her own mouth lying about Cardi B. And she got sued. She lied to Cardi B and she got sued. Right? Then she has this guy on. He says the flagrant of the flagrant. What he just said in this last one wasn't as bad as, hold on, let me scroll back up. Hammer. Dwayne Martin was hammering Will. Hammering. He was hammering Will. That's worse. Little Mamas came out of the studios talking about something she was going to sue. It's almost been a damn month and she hasn't sued. So on this one, when he sits up and not only that, he comes back, doubles down, calls her a bald-headed liar. A bald-headed liar? Then says, hey, you got 2 weeks to sue me and calls her out WWF style? And we don't see no motion? I don't know. Can you believe Tasha K? No, but Tasha K ain't the one that's talking. This guy's talking. So would you believe somebody that's been another thing. This is what I almost forgot to say. He was hitting dudes with dildos. When he says that, in my mind, I'm picturing her like at some wild, crazy party, and she's like got dildos and chucking them at people's getting hit in the head with a dildo or something. No, for anybody that was thinking so childlike like me about getting dildos thrown at them, no, she was hitting people with dildos. She had you strapped, and she was she was hammering. Oh no, we're not yaying that. I don't know. But I just had to respond to what you were saying. You're like, no credibility. But I think maybe Tasha K doesn't get credibility if she was coming out saying that, hey, I saw this or I saw that or blah, 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 or I got this evidence or this somebody like that. Then no, we're not going to change. But she has this dude. She's not talking. She just let the mic. She just has her short turned on for him. And he's going through it. He's going through it. What was too much there? Hammering. What's he gonna say? Yeah. He's not backing down. And that's really what it was. Yeah. But does he have credibility? Do you trust what he is saying? Oh, look at this. Look at Reckless World 7 there. I mean, like this back and forth right here would be so great if you just called in 313-825-5557. You know? Oh, sorry. I'm back. All right. So what I was saying is, because I don't have any volume on that. Apologies. Let me see. Little. There we go. You can hear me on this one now? Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Let's click. Let's get these likes. Let's run them up. And I appreciate it. I do. Sorry I lost you guys. Sorry y'all lost you guys. But I will tell you one more thing. All right. You know what time it is. You heard that music coming on. You know what we do when that music comes on. It's time to get the out of here. What am I doing? All right, guys, thanks for coming out. 12/28/2023. That's right, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. 313-825-5557. Share, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. But I appreciate you guys for coming out. This is our last show of 2023. Can't wait to see you in the new year. Couple days away. Can't see who's all on that list. Can't wait to see if Jada's gonna sue the shit out of Bilal. I can't wait for any of this. But thanks for watching the show. I appreciate each and every one of you guys from the bottom, top, middle, and left, right, all the portions of my heart. And I'll see you back here next week. Talking shit, getting clicks is the channel. We episodes is the show. I'm your host, Mo, 3 times. And always, have a good one. Talking shit, getting clicks, original podcast.